Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. This is Sports Fanatic News. I'm Joe Boric. This is a look ahead to the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Philadelphia Flyers. The Lightning are coming in this game 33-12-3, which puts them in first in the Atlantic. And the Flyers are 24-16-8 on a roll, which puts them in third. Flyers in their last 10 are 8-2 with a 4-game winning streak. The Lightning have a 2-game winning streak and are 5-4-1 in their last 10. So what that means is the Flyers have been on a roll and the Lightning have still been good but been somewhat able to be had in their last 10. So if there's any time to take advantage of Vasilevsky, who's having a phenomenal season, and take advantage of the Lightning, it's now in the Flyers' final game before the All-Star game because they have only been average their last 10 games and not astronomically above average like they were beforehand. So everything is about how stuff is happening in the current moment, and when a good team's struggling and you're a team that's good also but is on the rise trying to keep climbing the standings, you have to take advantage of those great teams that are struggling. Because throughout a hockey season, most teams have some struggles somewhere. It's not just smooth sailing for most teams the whole way through. So this is the Lightning's struggle. Let's not let them have a great game and get their mojo going and get going again. Let's take advantage of them struggling a little bit. Elliott was supposed to start this game, but he now has a lower body issue. Lyon's been called up. He's day-to-day. So Neuwirth will get the start. And he is now 5-5 with a 2.23 goals against, a 9.28 save percentage with a 3.33. That's a shootout save percentage. That's not important. But Michael Neuwirth, since coming back from his injury, has looked the best he has in a while, actually. So we have to look for him to keep that going tonight against one of the best teams offensively in the NHL. And that is just pretty much proven at this point, because the Lightning, if we look at the Lightning, Kucherov has 61 points already this season, which gives him 27 goals and 34 assists. Stamkos is behind him with 56, with 18 goals, 38 assists. And then for the Flyers, you have Giroux with the most with 56, so he's tied with Steven Stamkos. Voracek's right behind him with 55. Excuse me. Then you have to worry about Point and other guys. There's other guys on the Lightning that also are players that really take advantage of some mistakes. You make a guy that always kills the Flyers. There's two guys that have killed the Flyers in the past, are Ryan Callahan and Kunitz, who are both now on the Lightning. Granted, they're much later advanced in their careers and not as good as they used to be. But sometimes when you play a team that you're playing really good against, Kunitz has 7 goals, 8 assists this year. It gets you going when you're playing against that great team. The Lightning also have Conacher, who's not having a great season, but has done some damage against the Flyers in the past. And then Callahan's mostly having a very defensive season, not doing much on offense. But the Flyers have to watch out because he does tend to do well against them. Nemestikov, another good offensive player for them. Point, I already mentioned. They have the former Flyer, Coburn on D. They have an all-around pretty solid team that is overperforming, I guess, in a sense, but I don't really think they're overperforming by that much. When I hear certain analysts say they are, I think it's a stretch because the Lightning have a pretty stacked roster. And the Flyers have a roster that should be 24-16-8 or a little bit better, actually better than that, probably have really around 29, 30 wins, because if we didn't go on that losing streak, we would be one of the better teams in our conference right now. And kind of with the Capitals, we had a bump in the road. But coming back strong now, so now we just got to keep it going. Couturier, Voracek have to keep doing their thing. Simmons keeps mixing in his offense here and there. He's been playing great, though, between the lines, and by that I mean like body checking, cross checking, poke checking, getting great defensive plays, etc. Even when he's not contributing all the time on offense, he's been getting some assists instead of goals. So he's been doing good this year. And then Voracek, G, and Kuts have been having fantastic seasons. Konechny, since he's been in the first line, has been a game changer. Jordan Wheel's been doing better of late. And then, as I said, Neuvirth's been better since he's been back. Elliott's been a very good player for us ever since Neuvirth's injury. And that has to continue once he gets back from his, hopefully, short-term low body. That's what's predicted to be injury. And Hag's been a beast. Provorov, Ghost. There's a lot to say that's been good about the Flyers throughout most of the year, other than that little bump in the road we hit. So let's just keep playing great, keep doing great, keep playing great D, and then keep taking advantage of the chances we get on offense and win this game against the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight. This has been a look ahead to the Flyers and Lightning. This is Sports Fanatic News. I'm Joe Borek. Have a great Thursday evening. Peace out, everybody.